So I just finished watching the Leafs versus Shark games, and oh baby, I got some stuff to talk about. First of all, I'd like to mention that ever since I ordered the helmet came in. I think it was yesterday. I ordered a goalie mask, a Leaf goalie mask, because I wanted one, just to make it look a lot better. And it seems like ever since I actually placed the order, Martin Jones has been kicking some fucking ass. But for real though, I would like to talk about. There's multiple points that I'm going to bring up. I'm even going to talk about the Sharks, which is I think where I'm going to start off first. And my first point is that you know I know the Sharks are bad and they're tanking for a rebuild and all this kind of stuff, but people need to understand that there's a difference between tanking and being absolute dog shit and then a mixture of both. And they definitely fall under the mixture of both category right now because yes, they're tanking, but a team that was really as bad as they played tonight, that was like it. And some of you might just say, "Oh, well, you're just saying that because you're a Leafs fan." No, if I was a Sharks fan, I'd admit that because that was just catastrophic. I'm trying to remember what goal it was, but I think it was on one of the power plays, and Nylander had drawn two Sharks players to him, leaving two over there. Yeah, I think it was on the power play. So that means that there were still four Leaf players. One of the top power play, like special team kind of things. I'm trying to remember the proper term. I'm just going off the top of my head right now. And so he draws two players, and I think it was Morgan Riley's goal. And that to me was just like, oh my fucking god. You know, like the commentators of that game literally had to start kind of pulling random facts and all that kind of stuff out of their ass. And the only good thing that I really noticed they said about the Sharks was that how good the jerseys look with the turquoise, aqua, whatever you want to call it, helmets. But that was just horrible. Yes, I did ditch the hat because it's hot as hell in my room. But anyways, next up, I want to talk about Willie Nylander, and I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. It was one game since he signed the fucking contract, and he had what, a 2-3 point night or something. Like Jesus, people, because I know I was hoping that Nylander would get a goal, and a lot of people, and I can imagine that there were a lot of people too, but most people were probably like, they wanted him to get a goal just so, like, it wasn't after the big contract he just signed. That's $11.5 million for the next 8 years, which I'm super stoked about. Doesn't give us a lot of cap room, but the cap is going to go up eventually. But it's like, people, it was one game, he had a 3 point night, and I was hoping that he'd get a goal so people wouldn't be able to talk shit afterwards, because that's all people are going to do. I don't even have to check social media. I'm recording this literally right after the game. The game just finished. But that was just fucking... Oh, I really wish Nylander would have got it, but he got 3 points. That's good enough. Anyways, next point. Next up, I actually want to talk about Sam Benoit, or yeah, Benoit. He had an incredible game, and one of the things that stood out to me was the fact that after he got hit with a high stick that gave us the 4 minute power play. We got two goals on. I think it was Mitch and Robertson who got the two goals on the double minor, I think. And so it was, but he went to the dressing room because he was bleeding like real bad. And a little while after, he comes back during the third period, and I didn't really notice he was back until he laid out a Sharks player, and he laid him out fucking with a huge hit. Like, there was vengeance behind that. That was a deal that I was kind of skeptical at first, I'll admit it. But after seeing how Benoit is playing since then, it's fucking incredible. I love Benoit. He, in the fan voting, all the players of the Leafs. Oh, it's a shocker. I'm a Leafs fan. I voted only Leafs. But Benoit was one of them that at first I was like, should I put him up there? And then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. He's been playing incredibly, and he goes to the locker room, gets fucking, what do they call it there? A tampon or something up his nose. That's how people joke around with it. And then he comes back out and lays out a Sharks player. That's the kind of defense you need. He's cheap and he plays fucking incredibly. That is exactly what this team needs. Okay, so the last point I'm going to bring up is Mitch Marner. Now, I've seen a lot of talks since the Nylander contract, and I've kind of spoken about it a little bit with some of the people on social media that I talk to, like True Believer, and a whole bunch of other people. I've spoken to Jeff the Leafs fans, some people on Instagram and all that, and I kind of wanted to get their takes as to what they think the future with the contracts is going to be. And the points that I keep bringing up is that we need to re-sign Marner and Tavares. I don't care what any of you say about Tavares. He's a fucking good player. That's it. Okay? I'm ending the discussion right there. And unless Treliving's able to pull some real cash out of his ass for Domi and or Bertuzzi, Domi because he's a fan favorite, and people say that it was a mistake of a signing, but it really wasn't. He wasn't brought on to be the next 60 goal scorer like Matthews, you know? And I think another reason why people give him such a hard time on the team is because he's Ty Domi's son. Ty Domi, the player who played for the Leafs and became a legend. He's his son. He's not going to live completely up to the expectations. Plus, that's a lot of pressure, you know? If like, I know Ty Domi played for a couple of teams, and so has Max. He's played for quite a few teams, actually. But and when he first signed with Toronto, he posted on his Instagram home, and it was just a picture, I think, when he was young with Ty and all that. And it was like, to me, it just melted my heart because I was hoping that he would sign, and I just about wanted to fucking kiss Treliving when I found out that he had made that deal. But it was just so exciting. But anyways, I'm getting so off track. So but the thing with Marner is that 12 million is a complete underpay for the kind of player Marner is. He's not a goal scorer, and he had 4 points tonight, 2 goals and 2 assists. He had 4 points tonight, and 12 million is completely under what he should be paid, because he's a playmaker, not a goal scorer. He's not an Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid. I'm forgetting some other players, Nathan McKinnon, and all of that. He's not that type of goal scorer. No, he's a playmaker. He's the person who sets up Matthews for his goals. You know, like so 12 million is definitely an understatement. But Tavares, I love you, man, but you will have to take a bit of a hometown discount if you want to stay with the Leafs. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more like this, I'm going to try and incorporate this kind of stuff when I start doing my my normal Leaf content, because at the end I kind of started talking a little bit more towards the end, plus it kind of makes the videos longer. So you'll get a mixture of both. So if you enjoyed, then please just like the video. It would do a lot. It would mean a lot, and it would also kind of tell me that you watched the entirety of this video and listened to everything I had to say. Anyways, for now, I hope you enjoyed, and go Leafs go!